YouTube, let's go.
Live and kicking.
Yeah, welcome back to Here We Golf. My name's Dan.
My name's Jay. Welcome back. We've just been live, to be fair, but it didn't work, so we're going again. To be fair, you can forgive us. We did a marathon streaming session on Sunday night for the Masters. Both had about 20 cans of beer, so a bit rough yesterday, and Dan's had 2 hours sleep because he was on nights last night. So yeah, forgive him. Forgive his disheveled look.
Excuse the bags under my eyes.
But
Can you stick a filter on here?
It was a
make me look more awake.
It was a class one. Really enjoyed coming to you via live, and we've got the book, so we're doing it again. So, guys, it's in association with Fanteam again. Anything we make on Fanteam goes directly back into the channel to make ourselves better. We're going to be on sort of improving our equipment, trying to get some on-course stuff. It's really hard to film on course, so anything we can get to make ourselves better will be reinvested. And trying to bring better content for you guys. Fanteam are Europe's largest offer of daily fantasy picks and games. They've got loads of sports, football, Champions League, massive. But we are interested in the golf, and if you sign up using our link, which will be in the description, I think it's £12.
Certainly is.
Is it a free £12 entry or a free £2 entry? I just can't remember.
So if you sign up, you get a free £2 entry into the contest, no deposit required. If you do decide to make a deposit, you get a free entry into the main game, which would normally be a £12 entry.
You're looking at about £2,500 every time.
Yeah, guaranteed prize pool events, usually around £2,500 for the main. It was elevated last week for the Masters, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So when the main majors do come along, they'll boost that as well. But it's worth if you're into your fantasy sports and stuff, it's worth having a look at. As Jay said, links in the description there below.
Yeah. So Masters. Shall we recap the Masters, because it was
absolutely epic. Yeah. So we normally do a weekly golf roundup, but I don't think it would be fair on what we've just watched to talk about anything else really. So
I mean, there's no TGL, is there? There's no everyone. There's no DP World. It's literally 1 week of golf where the whole world watches the Masters, and you can tell by how many viewers it got and how many.
It was the most
team as well.
Most watched on CBS since 2018.
It was so good.
Which I was staggered at because Tigers won in that time in 2019 as well.
I just thought it made it better that there was a live and a PGA Tour / DP World Tour sort of finale. I mean, Bryson and Rory going head to head on the last day just made it for everyone. For me, I know Bryson fell apart a little bit, but
yeah,
I mean, no shame for Bryson. I think he played really well. He's still, it's still a decent finish, isn't it? But no one thought Rose was going to do that on the last day. I was well impressed by Justin Rose.
Yeah. So he had a great first day, didn't he? And then he struggled the Friday, Saturday, but yeah, bounced back massively on Sunday.
He came in
superb.
Came into the fore on the last day, so good luck to him.
And if you read our article on herewegolf.co.uk last week, you'll have noticed that we tipped Rose up as our one of our value picks in the Fanteam game, which we'll come on to shortly.
But then we didn't pick him.
Yeah, neither of us picked him. We tipped him up, didn't pick him.
We have a look into these things, and then when we're discussing it on the pod, it's a case of you find more value elsewhere, and it just wasn't the case this week. Bob Mack was so destined to do well this week, and he just had a bit of a nightmare, didn't he?
Yeah, couldn't get it going. But that's what Augusta does to you, doesn't it? It just bites out of nowhere, and you could be having a great week, look like you're ready to make the cut and challenge, and the next thing you're going home. Yeah. It happened to a few of them on Friday, didn't it? Yeah.
His heritage and at the Masters, and he just couldn't get it going. I was impressed by Langer, to be fair. He only just missed the cut, didn't he?
Him and Freddie Couples.
Yeah.
It was.
He got an eagle, didn't he, Freddie Couples? He rolled it from the fairway on the first round.
I missed that. But yeah, both of them on Friday afternoon. It went right to the end, didn't it? It was. It's a shame, really, and I think Rory's win will overshadow the sort of story a little bit of it being Langer's last one, because no one's going to be talking about it. But it was class, and it was unlucky that he didn't quite make the cut because he played for his age. It's unbelievable, isn't
it? Notable mention to Patrick Reed again. I've not heard anyone talking about him whatsoever, but to come third in the Masters, playing on live, not exposed to everything like he has been in the past, clearly loves it round here, doesn't he? Because he seems to do well every Masters, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Horses for courses and all that.
Scotty Scheffler as well. It's just he seemed out of it. He was 4 under going into it.
Yeah, he wasn't even being shown on the coverage, was he?
No, he just turned up, didn't he? 4th. And everyone's saying, and I know we spoke about this yesterday.
Hi, Luke. Luke asked how do you think Rory played?
I think he his mentality was unmatched. He could have derailed himself after the first double bogey.
That shot on 15
in the water.
What?
He was thirsty. That was some thirsty work. And then he made a 7, didn't he? On 15?
Oh, you talking about Bryson?
No, Rory.
No, Rory's on 15, the one where he bent it around the trees, like shot of the century.
Oh my God, we were like,
we were guaranteed. We were like, this is a nailed on layup, and he was being cut out by the trees. I think everyone thought that.
Pull Annie.
just bent it round the trees.
I tend to do that, but when there's a dog leg right, they're my type of shot. I'm not trying to do it.
I just do it when I need to let it straight down the middle. Yeah, let's just have a little look quickly at Rory's winning moment.
The journey it's taken to get here.
Would you say it was one of the best in recent times?
All this history.
The long journey is over.
Yeah, since 2019 easily.
McIlroy has his masterpiece.
Just the emotion on his face.
Classic.
Yeah.
That's no gimme, that. It's still meat on the bone. The bone on the meat, as you say.
He's been holding that reaction in since 2014.
Just say intentionally wrong every time. Just. Just look how much it means to him. Absolute. So. Yeah. Just so many years of pain and like pressure and everything just released on it. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely delighted for him.
Absolutely, because we sort of saw what Justin Rose was doing and thought, hang on a minute, we're happy for him here, because he's, fellow Brit, like, well, South African Brit.
Yeah, I mean, didn't expect him to make the charge that he did.
No.
And it didn't have to for all on Sunday, didn't it?
Yeah.
Going into the back 9, Rory's got a 4-shot lead, and then all of a sudden, tightens right up, and you think he's blown it. Yeah, it was what we asked for. We asked for a little bit of drama, didn't we? But for Rory to get over line in the end, and it's what we.
Asked for anyway.
It's what I asked for. But you know what? We've had feels like a few years in a row where it's been quite a routine for whoever's won it.
Yeah.
Scotty, and I mean, to his credit, you take the field apart, and if you've got the ability to do that, you're not going to do anything else, are you? But as a viewer, you want there to be a bit of jeopardy, and
it definitely was this time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that 18 put on 18 from Rose, the birdie putt.
Yeah.
Was it 18 or 17?
It was 18 when he was final putt to get sort of clubhouse lead, wasn't it?
Was it?
Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so absolutely delighted for Rory. Heartbreak for Rose. That's his second playoff defeat now. Lost to Sergio.
He's been very, very, very.
It's been a bridesmaid in two of the most sort of biggest wins of people, like, because Sergio was waiting for a long time for his as well, wasn't he?
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, as they say. But Justin Rose, he came out in the press, he said, it's just a privilege to see what he's done, because it's so big for golf. It's not just big for McIlroy, is it? To do the career Grand Slam is just absolutely ridiculous, like whoever you are. So, hats off to Rose. Took it like a gent. He is a gent though, isn't he? Anyway, to be fair.
Yes.
And just Rory making a birdie in that much pressure on the last hole, on the playoff hole, was just ridiculous for me. Obviously, he just played it and he had a bit of more advantage there.
Yeah. Well, he took the pressure off with the shot, didn't he? The approach shot was incredible to 4 feet.
Amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've heard he's donated it all to MenCap as well.
Is he?
All of his earnings, 4.5 million or 4.2 million, I think he made this week.
Fair play to him.
Hats off to him. He doesn't need the money, does he? To be fair. I mean, tax dodging again.
Yeah, any other talking points from the Masters?
I just thought
It's hard to just
I was really
detract
impressed
from the
with
fact of how good Rory was, isn't it?
yeah, Sun Jae with the 3 under in the final round. He's starting to show up in big events, isn't he, Sun Jae?
Yeah.
I think we've covered him on the pod last time, but
Oh, he comes up quite regularly. Yeah, he ticks a lot of boxes. He is a top player
very top player.
Can go under the radar a little bit.
Bryson as well. Felt sorry for Bryson because I think he looked very disappointed at the end. I didn't think he needed to be as salty as he did about Rory.
Rory not speaking to him.
But Tiger Woods never spoke to anyone.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah, because Rory, Tiger used to just have a face on him all around, didn't he? Like you could see the steel in his eyes. Yeah.
There was a remember Ben Hogan? There was a story on him.
Wasn't around at that time, like,
but he basically was the showman. He was the Mickelson of the clan.
Yeah.
And he said to himself, "I'm not winning anything here." My dad told me this morning, to be fair. And he turned into Tiger Woods, and he got criticised for it.
Let's see if it's back. Right, connection excellent. CPU's running okay. Should be back online. Apologies for that. A few tech issues.
No, we're not on TikTok, by the way. We're just, I think we're just on YouTube at the moment.
Where are we up to? Talking about Bryson being salty.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't think there's any need. We were talking about the sort of. I think we'd finished that. We were on Corey Connors, weren't we?
Yeah.
3 over for the day. Decent top 10. There was no cliffs involved though, was there? For Max Homer to fall off.
No,
he
held on to the top of the gorge, lad.
He did. I tell you who we did not see coming in with the 4 under final round was Bubba Watson. He's been absolutely diabolical on live all year, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he goes and does that in the final round. Obviously, he's had success around here in the past. But yeah, we're back on now. But yeah, for me, that was just incredible. And a good pick by you, Harris English.
Yeah, he was my underdog pick, wasn't he? Very happy with that one.
Yeah.
And again, he might be under consideration this week. The RBC.
I was thinking this. But I think my team is locked in already.
Yeah. Well, should we segue onto the RBC then?
I think it's a good idea. So the RBC in, what's it called again?
Harbour
Town Golf Links. It's apparently a crazy little, bit of a quirky sort of place to play golf. Some of the smallest greens on tour. You've got to get your irons quite good. You've got to be good around this course, so course fit is a must. I think you've got to be good around the green as well. If the greens are so tiny, you've got to miss a few greens, aren't you?
Yeah, so you need to be getting up and down, exactly.
So you've got 3 par 5s, and they are scoring holes, so anyone with good par 5 scoring is good. Pete Dye is the
course designer,
course designer for this course, and he's got a few similar courses, hasn't he? So anyone who gets it. And looking at the model, it seems Siwoo Kim gets it. So I think he's going to make it into my team. I think driving accuracy is quite optional. But you think you still want to be in the fairway, so a little bit.
You want to hit the fairway, but it doesn't matter because you're laying up to sort of 160, 170 yards each time, so it brings the shorter hitters right into play.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's a little. That's the metrics you want to be prioritising in Fanteam on Harbour Town Golf Club.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got just recent winners: Scotty Scheffler, Matt Fitzpatrick, Jordan Spieth. Last 3 winners. It's a no-cut format, so that obviously impacts on your strategy in terms of Fanteam, DFS. Because obviously you're normally sort of hedging to try and make sure that you find 6 players and make the cut. Whereas this time you want to basically try and fit in the highest 6 highest point scorers, knowing that
I think you need 6 top 10s to be good this week. To be honest, the field is very strong. With Scotty Scheffler in the field and Xander Schauffele, Tommy Fleetwood's in there. Shane Lowry, I can't see Shane Lowry doing well this week. I think he's probably been partying all week with Rory, sinking a few Guinnesses. So I think he's one of the betting favourites, isn't he? But for me, it just.
What do you reckon, Scotty? There, 26.2.
Yeah, it's just
Bit much.
Too much, yeah. 26.2. When you've got Colin there at 22 and Xander at 21, I think the value for Scotty's no good. The value for Oberg as well, 21.8. I think that's too high for him. Even though he's come into a lot of form recently, hasn't he? I know you mentioned about Cantlay as well before, didn't you? 20 million. He didn't play well enough this week for me to consider him, but
I mean, we're talking about course history though.
Yeah.
He comes up high on the model.
Yeah.
His last 5 events, he's missed 1 cut at the RBC. But you can go back further. Go back to 2017. 3rd, 7th, 3rd. Cut in 2021. 2nd, 3rd, 3rd.
Yeah.
So, and I don't like him, so I find any excuse not to pick him.
That one missed cut has done it for you, has it?
It's a shorter course, so you might get round it a bit quicker.
What do you feel about Tommy this week?
This is doing me head in. The thing keeps transitioning back to the main frame. Tommy this week, he comes up high on the model every week, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he's striking.
He's a ball striker, isn't he? And pretty much need that anywhere. But he just he hasn't got it. He just can't get his game all together at once. He's had an alright day on Sunday the other day. Got himself a respectable position yet again without doing
mid-table,
anything. Yeah.
It's just Everton. He's an Everton fan. He's an Everton player.
Right.
Do you want to go through the Fanteam? Try and get a team together and go through the pages.
Let's just go through our picks a bit. Right, I've deleted that frame. Sorry, it was throwing me off completely. So we'll go through the prices then.
Yeah.
So page 1, Scotty there. We've said we're happy to take on. Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
He'll probably go and dominate.
Bit too much. He is defending champ. Won it last year. But I think he's weakening the team. That when you know everyone's making the cut, everyone's going to be around for the weekend. He makes the rest of it a bit too weak for me, doesn't he? Morikawa.
Yeah, for me he's a solid pick. Comes up really high on the model as second. 22 million as well. I can fit him in if you take a few 12 and 13 millions. So for me, definite pick. Form's good. I know he didn't play too good at the Masters this week, but he's still in there, wasn't he?
Yeah, played solid.
Tied
Solid
14th
enough.
is not bad. He could have been so much better as well. Given us even par on the last day, but that's the Masters fan around for you.
Yeah, he's in good form otherwise, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like you say, 9th here last year.
Yeah.
He has finished 7th here before as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gaining very heavily in the strokes on approach every week. Every week.
He's class, isn't he?
Yeah. Rule out at your peril.
Yeah. Oberg.
Moving on to Ludwig. I think, like we just said, it's not for me this week. Just too overpriced there. I think there's better value.
Well, he's 17th on the model based on the metrics we've discussed.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
7th at the Masters.
Yeah.
Blew up a bit on Sunday there, last few holes, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a bit.
Probably
That
mental
one was
fatigue and more than anything. That was a bit of form, bounce back to form after a few rough weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
10th in this last year on his debut.
Yeah.
So surely he can play around here. So I don't think we'll rule him out completely, but I don't know if I can be picking him.
Yeah,
Xander, high up on the model for me as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Definitely picking Xander this week. I think after his injury, he had a slow comeback. played well the past 3 weeks. He's in a rich frame of form. We know obviously how good he is on approach.
Yeah.
High in the model. If I can pick them both, Morikawa and Xander Schauffele, I think, yeah, it's definitely a pick for me.
Aye, he's had a 4th year a couple of years ago as well, 18th last year. It's nothing special really, considering some of the form these guys are showing.
Yeah, no, I know.
But yeah, he seems to have bounced back, and there's no doubt in his ability. Yeah, wouldn't rule him out entirely.
No.
Moving down the page, we discussed Cantlay's credentials there.
Yeah.
He's a strong consideration for me. Justin Thomas only slightly less at 20.2 as well.
For Justin Thomas, given his recent form.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he just didn't show anything at the Masters, did he, whatsoever? But his shots gained on approach is pretty high.
Most weeks.
Around the green's good as well. Par 5 scoring's good. His driving accuracy is not great, but that doesn't really matter this week. And around Harbour Town, he's pretty good.
5th in this last year.
Yeah.
Tie for 8th a few years ago as well. And that's despite him not been playing too good the last couple of years. So, yeah, at that price, I think I lean towards Cantlay over JT.
Yeah. JT. JT. Justin Thomas or JT Poston?
Poston, the postman.
Yeah. He's got good stats around here, you know.
We will come on to him in a minute.
We will.
Anyone else on that page? I like Henley this week.
I like Henley. I also like...
Only just behind Xander on my model in 4th place.
I've been burnt by Seb Straka this week, but he's not good enough around the greens for me to do well this week. But he is making... he's pulling up trees on approach, isn't he?
Who's that, sorry?
Straka.
Let's have a look. Can't find him on my model. Nowhere to be seen. Not considering him this week. 11th on your model. JT Poston is high up there at 12th on mine. But yeah, that considerations on that page for me. I think that's pretty much it. As I said, Fleetwood's just not doing enough. Jordan Spieth's too erratic. Jason Day's playing well, isn't he? He had a good week again last week.
How consistent can he be? Same with Hovland though. You've got to consider Hovland nowadays, can't you? I didn't consider him for ages, but now.
Want to start seeing a bit more ruthlessness from Jason Day. Looks like he's back in terms of his all-round game and what he used to be. Yeah, he's in contention on a regular basis. Yeah. But his form's not the best here. Yeah. No. 18th last year, but loose strokes on approach. Yeah. Missed the cut the year before. So there's better considerations this week, I think, than him.
Yeah. We mentioned Sungjae in before. He's not part of. He's not a horse for the course. On this, for me, I think he's quite way down the model because he loses shots on approach, but around the green and stuff, he's good. So
he's high up on my model, mate.
Is he?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Shots gained on approach is 55th, which
don't know how he's managed that. He's had, it must be course form, 13th, 21st, 7th and 12th, the last 4 events that he's played here.
He's in a rich vein of form as well.
But yeah, well, he finished 5th last week, but he's not played great before that, really. No. Losing strokes on approach most weeks, actually. So, yeah, whilst he has a good course form, his current form would suggest he's
not good.
He's one to steer clear of this week. Anyone else there? Clark, McIntyre?
No.
Right. Page 2. Daniel Berger's high up on the model for me this week, mate.
And he's definitely in the running for me over. It's either Aaron Rai or Daniel Berger.
In the fields of Aaron Rai.
The fields of Aaron Rai. The only reason I say Aaron Rai is because he's 4th in my model. Everything's green. 12th on approach. 28th around the green. 5th for scoring on par 5s. And 1st for driving accuracy. We know it's obviously not about driving accuracy, but there's got to be some.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a toss-up for me between Daniel Berger and Aaron Rai. And at the price point, I think they're absolute steals.
burger for me.
Yeah.
I think. Just every week just seems to be getting a little bit better, improving a little bit more.
Yeah.
And as you say, everything's a bit green there on his on the model for him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's had a third year a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
13th 2 years, 2021, 21st 2022, and then he's missed the last couple.
Yeah.
But he's been out for a while with injury, so no reason to think he can't do well this week.
I'm going to mention this guy again.
Woo!
Maverick McNeely.
Oh, skipping past Mimuli.
Yeah. Didn't even see him. I just don't. He's nowhere in my model, Mimuli. Is he
No.
on yours?
Not this week.
No. He sends it, doesn't he? And it's just not the play for this week.
No. Too many players brought back into play.
He's 71st on approach. Driving accuracy, not good either. So he's scrambling. If he's going to do anything this week, he's got to be good scrambling.
Yep. Any other considerations there?
McNeely every week, but again, he's 33 in the model this week. His stats aren't bad, and he's a top player. But with the cut, with there being no cut, I don't think he's one to pick this week.
Denny McCarthy for me.
Yeah. He's to play for Blackburn.
Benny. Yeah. He's he likes his Bermuda greens.
Yeah.
Yeah, value at him. Sneaks into me top 10 on my model. I think there's a
Definitely a shout there.
decent bit of value in him. He's gaining strokes on approach most weeks. Let's just pull up his course form as well.
29th on my model, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing spectacular. One to consider, but I saw he was 10th on my model. I hadn't really paid too much detail looking into him, but when I do look into it again, it's nothing special like.
Siwoo Kim for me is a guaranteed starter. First name on the sheet. Reason being is he's 7th on the model, so he's not top there, but is good strokes gained on approach, which we like. His around the green is good, very good. His par 5 scoring is good. Driving accuracy is okay, but round Harbour Town, he's an absolute peak die course specialist apparently.
Yeah, well, short courses favour him.
Yeah.
Around Harbour Town though, his record's not great.
Really?
18th last year, cut the year before, 42, 33, cut. So, stats say, yeah, he's a short course specialist, but possibly not at this one.
Maybe. I'm still going to go with him though. 15.2 million for someone who's so high up in the model is, I just see loads of value in that.
Yeah.
He's not got great form though, so I mean I could be wrong, but yeah.
What about JJ? Going to spawn it again?
I think he's going to spawn it. I think he's had his day in the sunlight.
Yeah. He was heavily fancied at the Masters to be a bit of value, wasn't he? And he
wasn't.
failed to deliver. He
He
wasn't
made the
value
cut,
at
didn't
all.
he?
Yeah, he did.
But
To be
that was
fair
about
to him, yeah. Can't expect much more from him, really, can you? Given the quality of the field. So, the Postman.
Yeah.
Does he interest you?
He does. He really does.
5th in this last year, 3rd 2 years ago.
Yeah. I think you could post a decent number. He's,
Is he going to deliver?
he might deliver. He's 22nd on the model, so he's not right up there.
Right up.
But round Harbour Town, he loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, got some previous decent form here.
We talk about all these stats, don't we? But Scotty Scheffler is on approach 1st, around the green 2nd, par 5 1st, driving accuracy 7th, round Harbour Town 1st. How can you not pick him? Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it is mad. He's so far clear on the model.
And his ball striking is excellent as well recently. Last week yesterday I watched a bit of how he compresses the ball with his hip rotation and stuff. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. This game's not about the best though, is it? It's about finding that extra. bit of value. And I think if Scotty Shepard was 22 million, he'd be right in my team.
Yeah, I mean, when we get to building a team, see if we can do a Scotty team if you want, because it's he's defending champ, and as you say, everything he ticks pretty much every box this week, doesn't he? But it's so I just prefer to look for value if we can. Anyone else on that?
No one for me on that page.
Excuse me, sorry. Michael Kim had a half decent week at the Masters.
Yeah, he did.
Top field this though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I've got Ben An under consideration.
Yeah.
Don't know why he's 60th on my model. Definitely came up when I was considering doing my little draft team earlier.
Yeah.
Relatively alright recent form, 8th, 16th and 21st in his last 3 events. Lose on strokes most week and he's not got good course form. Let's disregard Ben on chatting absolute wham. Poor shout that, yeah. Anyone else on page 2?
Page 2, not for me. I think I've...
So many of these players playing well though.
Bud Corley,
Thompson.
Yeah. I think there's more value on page 3.
Way! Page 3. Harris English at the top of page 3. Yeah. We like him, don't we, this week?
We did, and he come back into it towards the end of the tournament, the Masters, didn't he?
He did.
Max Homer as well. Nowhere near my model, but I've just... The eye test says you don't do that at the Augusta and not be in a hot, rich vein of form.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I do.
I'd like to see him show a bit more, to be honest.
Yeah. I think Harris English gets in over Homer, really. Looking at it logically.
Yeah.
But let's watch and see what happens.
About Christian Bezudnut.
No, never again.
Never again.
Never again.
Just trying to look for a bit of value there. I think I'm going to try and go as balanced as I can this week and not go too far down, because with it, there's only 70 players and it's such an elite field.
Yeah.
I just feel like I want as many of the top players I can squeeze in.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Don't want to be risking. It's not a risk really, because as I say, they're going to be getting you points every week. It's there's no cut. But if you want to try and balance it out the best you can.
Yeah.
Look at now down on page 4. As I say, there's only 5 pages this week.
Yeah, it's a small field, isn't it?
Yeah, we're dropping down the world rankings and looking at the basic form on Fanteam as well has dropped off as well. I know Chris Kirk has a bit of a decent history at the Heritage.
I like Valimaki this week, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really do.
Sammy
Valimaki.
Is he going to finish well?
Finish.
Dudum-tsh.
I think again. He's not massive on my model at all, to be honest, but at 12 million, I can put the 2 big fellas in, Schauffele and Morikawa, so yeah, I see a bit of value there. I mean, I don't know why, to be honest with you. No,
well, if you look at just basic Fanteam form at that price point, he stands out head and shoulders.
I just don't think he likes it here.
But he's low down on my model.
Very low down.
Way down.
Way down.
But 4th last time, 4th 2 starts ago, 12th at the Valero. As he's not played here before, so we don't have a lot of any course history to go off. So that'll be why he's not hitting any sort of models. But he's doing all right this year.
I think it's a good pick, you know.
Could be a cheeky little low % owned one, because I say he's going to come down relatively low on everyone's model. 71 players in the field and he's 69th on my model.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, we'll completely rule him out if we're trying to find a bit. Matt Kuchar as well snuck in as a sponsor exemption. He's a sponsor exemption yesterday.
But again, it's the Harrington model again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's past it.
Oh,
Anyone on the last page 5 there? Brian Campbell
Not really.
bringing up the rear.
Adam Hadwin's stats are so bad on this that I wouldn't even.
Nick Dunlop.
No, not if he's going to do the same rounds as last week. He shot 18 over in the first day, didn't he?
90 on the opening day, yeah. To his credit though,
He came back, didn't he?
had an under par round on the Friday. Yeah,
Not
he went home early.
It was quite a quick one this week because of the shorter field.
Yeah,
I
half the players to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So have you drafted the team yourself
I have.
thus far?
I just can't put in Harris English, which I want, but I've got Siwoo Kim, I've got Xander Schauffele as captain, I've got Morikawa in there, I've got Aaron Rai, I've got Valimaki, and I've got Max Homa. Valimaki and Homa are, for me, are terrible picks based on the model, but to have Schauffele and Morikawa in there is, I think, is a it's good.
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% sure. It's not locked in by any stretch of the imagination. But what about yourself? Are you...
Yeah, draft I put together. It's a bit chalky. He's gonna be highly owned because of his form, but Cantlay, I think, it just ticks too many boxes this week for me. I think he's value compared to the other guys at the top end of the bracket. Saving 6 million.
Yeah.
5.8 million on Scotty, and he's got excellent form around here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in. I think he's gonna be less owned than Scotty. Maybe Scotty in the sort of 30s, low 30s, and Cantlay maybe 20. But that's a big enough saving, I think, and saving on ownership as well. Russell Henley.
Yeah, good shout with that.
Yeah, I like him this week. Miscut at the Masters. Just didn't have a great week, but was still gaining strokes on approach. Won a couple of weeks ago, Arnold Palmer, didn't he? Yeah. And he's had relatively decent form here in the last 4 events. He's had a 12th, a 19th, and then 9th. So I think he's going to be relatively low owned.
Yeah.
So considering Henley, considering Cantlay, and then Siwoo Kim, like you just sort of covered off. Denny McCarthy. Just going to pull it back up on my model just to see why I picked him, because I can't bloody remember. He's 10th on my model. Yeah. Not great for the audio viewers, apologies. Yeah, he's finished. He's playing really well of late. 29th, 18th, 14th, 18th. Tied for 5th in his last 6 starts. And at the Heritage, nothing spectacular. But he's gaining strokes on approach most weeks. So got him in there at the minute. I'll be honest, it's early days and I've not paid a huge deal of attention to it. As I say, I've thrown Ben Ann in there as well. Tied 16th in this last year. He's going to have no ownership whatsoever. And Harris English as well. Just playing well recently. Again, going to be lowly owned, but as I say, not confident that that's going to stick. To be honest, I'm going to spend a lot more time looking at it in a bit more depth.
So you're just Darren Brown me again?
No, as I say, I've only sort of scanned and looked at this week, so don't let me.
Patrick Cantlay has made it into my team.
You're weak, you are.
No, I am, but the stats do suggest he's going to play well, don't they? I think I'm locked in.
Early days.
Cantlay, Harris English, Siwoo Kim, Cam Davis, Morikawa, and Aaron Rai is a team. Have you seen Cam Davis' stats round here? Loves it.
Go on, pull them up.
Absolutely loves it.
Put them up.
6th round here. Obviously likes it. His approach play isn't great, but it's not bad. Around the green, good. Driving accuracy isn't too good, but he's good on par 5s. For me, Cam Davis is value at 12 million there.
Worth a shout, worth a consideration.
So we'll have 2 different teams this week, I think. I'm going to have the first lineup, and then with Max Homer and Valimaki, I don't suggest they'll be doing too good. So that's why I've not.
Should we throw a team together?
Yeah.
Let's. So we're gonna try Scotty team, or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Just he's miles clear on the model, isn't
Yeah.
he? He's not value, but let's throw him in. So Scotty there, 26.2. I think we're going to need to work our way up the pricing with that. Anyone else on the top page is like a lock for you?
No, nobody. I'm in between Xander, Cantley, and Morikawa for me. So
That's going to be such a stretch, mate.
I don't think them can be picked if we're picking Scotty whatsoever.
No.
So no.
I like Henley.
Yeah.
We'll throw him in, but he might well have to go if we're keeping Scotty.
Yeah. I think you've got to go way down. Zelda Smiley was playing.
Way down where the music plays.
So we're going with Scheffler. Henley's still expensive, isn't he? What about Fleetwood there at 18.8? I know he hasn't done much, but he's a striker, isn't he? And on his day.
Throw Valimaki in.
Yeah.
He's not going to get picked. He's not going to come up on anyone's model because he's not played here before. But you've got to start somewhere.
So are we going from the
He's
bottom
playing
then?
well. Well, I'm just looking at the fact that
Yeah.
we've just put two really expensive players in,
Yeah.
and only got 42 million left for 3 players. So we need to.
Yeah, go with Valimaki or Cam Davis, whatever you think.
Where's Cam Davis there? 12.2. We'll stick him in as well and move our way.
Go
up.
for him.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it was 29.8 for 2 players.
Do you put Henley in, yeah?
Henley's in.
Scheffler, Davis, Valimaki, Henley. So we've got, what, 29, so let's say 15. Average of 15 and 14.
Roughly 15. Yeah, roughly 15 each.
Not bad actually, you know, because you've got the likes of the postman there. You've got Berger. No, Berger's 16. I think he's just a bit too expensive.
Yeah.
But Crawley's in there.
Siwoo Kim, 15.2.
Yeah, Siwoo Kim's a good pick.
And then we can get down to Sahith Theegala at 14.6.
I think Harris English, to be fair.
Harris English.
14.4. I think that's the team.
It's look at it though.
Yeah, it's
Look at that.
depleted, isn't it?
That's why I can't have Scotty. Look at the kip of that.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. There's a quick rough draft based on the sort of stats and things that we've talked about in relation to picking a team with Scotty in it.
Yeah.
Bang him in as your captain. I think if you're going to go there, you go there. Don't
And
you?
you could get lucky. You could. There's always somebody, isn't there, who sort of comes in and just out of nowhere.
Let's build a team without him because didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
Didn't like it at all. I'm gonna weigh in here, and stick Cantley in this one.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's six. It's nearly 6 million saving. You do so much more with that. Who did you have on the top page? You heavily favouring Morikawa and
Cantley and
Schauffele,
Morikawa, yeah. Well, Cantley and Schauffele make more sense, don't they?
Yeah, only a million saving there. Like them both. Schauffele maybe lesser owned because of a lack of recent form, but he's starting to come back into it. So maybe saving a bit more on your ownership there, getting a bit of an opportunity.
Yeah.
Berger, do we like?
I like him, yeah. I just think he's expensive for my other team, but
Yeah.
I like him.
Picked him a few times this year. He's playing well. 42 million left for our final 3 players.
I think English has got to go in there, only at 14.4.
14.4, 27.6 left. Matt Fitzpatrick, winner here 2 years ago. Showed glimpses at Augusta last week, didn't he? There was shoots, there were green shoots.
There were.
There's life in the old dog yet.
Maybe. I mean,
Don't like it though.
no.
Uninspiring. Max Homer, that's just a gut pick for you, innit?
Yeah.
There's nothing in
Only
there.
because I saw some great stuff from him, and I like his swing. I like his tempo as well. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard this week.
Yeah.
The Postman's a good pick, but you'd have to go with sort of Cam Davis or Valimaki, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I like Valimaki as a rogue pick, you know.
Do you?
So yeah, let's throw him, and you've got Cam Davis just underneath there as well. That leaves us with 15-2.
Is not bad, is it? You can pick almost anyone.
Siwoo Kim,
Gotta be honest,
15.2.
perfect.
There you go. It's written. Fate. There you go. Let's throw that in as a team then.
Yeah, lovely team.
Captain Cantley or Shoffley?
I'd say Cantley, given his
Form
and his
at the course history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very heavily weighted course history week this week, isn't it?
I think so.
So, yep. There you go. Just throwing that together pretty quickly, and I like the look of it, you know. I like it. I like it a lot better than the Scotty draft.
We like it every week.
We like it every week.
That's a team, we usually say, and it's not.
That's a team, that.
But you know what? We do look into stats. It's not just gut picks every time. So
my team was alright this week. I just at the Masters, I just took a risk on putting Zalatoris as my captain.
Yeah.
I just thought no one's going to captain him,
no.
And he hadn't finished outside the top 10 of the Masters, so I went a bit rogue there.
That's risk and reward.
Whereas I probably would have took a little prize home if I'd just played safe and captain McIlroy, because he was in my team, which is a bit of a mistake. Yeah. So yeah, interesting little draft there that we've thrown together. I kind of like it.
I like it. Really like it. Looking forward to this week, you know.
So yeah, make sure you sign up in the description.
Yeah, I think it'd be.
Links in the description. You don't even need to make a deposit to get a free £2 entry, and that
it's free.
You can play.
Put that team in.
Put that team in. See how you get on.
Yeah. You might just win.
If you do pay a deposit,
a couple of grand.
You will you'll get a free £12 ticket. Let's just have a look. It's prize pool £3 in the £12 game this week up to now.
How much?
£3.
That's coming off the Masters hype, innit?
There's only 28 entries at the minute as well, so you've got a good opportunity to
win a few quid there.
Win a few bob. So yeah, look, prizes because of the low entries, but it's early days, isn't it? It's only what day is it now? I lost track. I mean,
Tuesday
night.
now, you see,
Tuesday.
So this is why I was a bit like.
Yeah.
To get me,
so you can win over £1 there, finishing first, and at the minute it's low entry. So get yourself signed up. Use the link in the description, and yeah, we'll see you over there. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah.
Anything else on the RBC?
No, I think we've gone quite a deep dive into that, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's DP World Tour next. We missed the DP World Tour this week, haven't we? So, couple of weeks actually. So,
let's get into it.
So we're playing at the Volvo China Open this week, and it is another little quirky course. Key metrics for me this week are you've got to be able to play well in the heat because it's very humid over there, and you've got to take a lot of hydration on. You can't be struggling with stamina. You've got to be there. You've got plenty of greens. The winner will be likely to be near the top of greens in regulation this week. Strokes gained on approach, normal, standard, because the greens are pretty fast. So anyone who misses the green, you're going to have difficult chips and stuff like that. I think last year, about 15 to 20 under won it. So it's like a PGA Tour event this week. You need to be decent on shorter par 4s, and par 5s. And yeah, I think that's where I'm looking at this week for the Volvo.
Yeah, it says it's a new venue, designed by Robert Trent Jones Jr.
No.
He sounds like a movie star.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Or a porn star.
Par 71, 7,168 yards. Modern strategic layout, emphasis on accuracy, approach play and putting. So general tee to green, ball striking, good solid player. It's a penultimate event of the Asian International International, I was last saying.
Swing.
Asian swing on the DP World Tour. So we've got players in contention for the 200,000 euro bonus. Keita Nakajima leads the way at the minute with his couple of second places. We've got the likes of Houghton Lee, Jordan Smith.
We never thought we'd be saying this, did we? Houghton Lee come like
one of the favourites.
One of the favourites. He was so bad a couple of years ago. He was sort of
He missed so many cuts, didn't he?
He missed every
so
cut.
many cuts.
But good luck to him. I made up for him actually. But he'll be wanting to do well this week for me. And I think he's. We're not going to go deep dive into the stats like we do on the Fanteam because obviously this is
bit more of a casual, enjoyable thing, isn't it?
We have our own league. We don't give our secrets away on our own league, do we?
DP World Tour do put a couple of decent prizes out at the end of the season. But yeah, it's just a bit of fun and something to keep it interesting while we're watching. So we are big fans of the DP World Tour, aren't we?
Massive, yeah. We've attended a few events over the years, and it's always a good laugh, isn't it?
Yep.
We won't be going to Volvo China Open for obvious reasons, but again this week we're not going to really watch much of this, are we?
It's the time zone, isn't it? We're struggling really. It's pure global DP World Tour now, isn't it?
Yeah. What I do love though is the fact that it is so international, the DP World Tour. I think they had to make that change, and that's the reason it's called not the European Tour anymore, is it?
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of it. So, should we just run through sort of the main contenders?
Protagonists.
Houghton Lee, the main guy in China, isn't he? He's won the Volvo in 2016.
Yeah.
So that's a long time ago now on a different course, I think. But
for me, his form: 24th, 1st, 41st, 16th, and tied for 9th.
Yeah, he's kicked into gear, hasn't he, in 2025?
Really has.
I think you'd be absolutely kicking yourself. You'd be foolish to not pick him this week, I think.
I think he's going to be high owned. He's the most highly owned player in the field.
Yeah, home crowd as well.
Yeah. Matthew Jordan for me as well. He's. I think he'll do well, and I think although everyone will be Captain Houghton Lee, I think he's a real dark horse. I've done a little model for this, and he's way up there. So for me, he's getting the captaincy.
Yeah. I've picked him a couple of times already. I want to hang on to him until later on in the season.
This is my first pick of Matthew Jordan.
Is it?
So,
yeah.
I toyed with picking Sean Norris because he's just so in form. But I don't know whether he's a home player because we've just had a load of events in South Africa and.
Yeah, mentioned at the time, the South Africans generally
just play well in South Africa.
Seem to play well at home. Really, sort of seems to be a patriotic thing with them. Yeah. So yeah, completely contradicting myself there. He's in my team at the minute.
You had a great pick last time with Juice Luton. Nobody else sort of picked him, did they? You had him. Right, he was right up there, tied for third. Or third outright he was actually, so. Here was Sean Norris. Good form. Same with Nakajima. Yeah,
I think Keita Nakajima is going to be popular this week as well. He's currently second and highest owned behind Houghton Lee.
So, Soderbergh and Jordan Smith have made it into my team. I'm playing it safe this week, to be honest with you.
Go on, run through who you've got and why then.
Okay,
go ahead.
So Jordan
Smith, Matthew
Jordan Smith, Houghton Lee, Martin Kuvra. He's shown a lot this year, hasn't he? And he's high up on the model. Soderbergh as well. He's probably the best player in the. No, I'm not going to say that because we said that last time and you jinxed him.
Yeah.
And then rogue pick of Elvis Smiley. He's won already this year. And he's just shot a 59 last week I think he's on his home tour, or he was playing Southport Golf Club, wasn't he?
Yeah, in Australia.
In Australia, so to shoot a 59 and come off the back of that, I've got to include him in my team. I know it's a bit crazy. Honourable mentions who could have made it into my team are Nakajima, for obvious reasons, and Chikara. I just felt like he played so well last time out. We talked about him, or you talked about him last time out.
Yeah. Yeah, mentioned him, and just because he showed promise on Live, didn't he?
Yeah.
But because we hadn't seen him on the DP World Tour yet,
Yeah.
I didn't have enough to go with me gut there.
Next minute he's winning.
Next minute he is winning. That all of them, yeah?
That's for me, yeah. What yourself?
Let's just pull that back up.
Was it Tanky playing? I think he won it last time out, didn't he?
Did he? Taggy is playing, but 4 missed cuts in his last 5 starts. No, thank you. Let's just pull his profile up. You know, he's one I just hate picking because of how slow he is.
Yeah.
35th on my model for this week.
Imagine a double though, Cantley and a Tanky.
Just absolute diabolical form, and stretches back a while as well.
Yeah.
He did win this last year and he's finished second in 2018 in it as well. But different course, so I'm not going to have any sort of weight on that. If people want to pick him because he won the Volvo China Open and he's defending champ, go for it. Be my guest. He's going to miss the cut and nail me colours to the mast. Unlike him, who's just switched from Spain to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Don't know why I got really mad about that, but let's go with it. So yeah, Harbour Town Golf for reasons we've discussed. Keita Nakajima, reasons we've discussed, pretty self-explanatory. 2 seconds and he's chasing his Asian Swing title. Sean Norris, good form, but I'm cooling on the idea of it because he's not performed very well outside of in China. When you look at his recent form at this event, it's not good at all. So he could well be getting switched out. When you ding up and coming promising Chinese guy off the Hotel Planet Tour, graduated last year. Picked him twice so far. This will be my second pick of him. But yeah, seems to be gradually finding his feet. A couple of tied for 14s, hasn't he? Last couple of times out.
Yeah.
Rasmus Nergaard Peterson.
Yeah.
This lad's going to be a star, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He really is. Good history, the Danish, haven't they?
Yeah. Just use a bit of class, the Scandinavians, don't they?
Yeah. I just thought I didn't fancy him this week because of his 2 missed cuts recently, but then the second last time out was... I don't know where his consistency's at.
Well, that second last time out on the Qatar Masters, since then he's been over on the PGA Tour, finished second at 22nd.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Second, 22nd at the Valspar,
Yeah.
and second at Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
He's before them 2 missed cuts, he had a top 10 in the Dubai Desert Classic as well.
Yeah.
So he's had a bit of a wobble there around the end of January, a couple of bad weeks, but
Highest world ranking as well, point in the field.
is he?
Yeah.
So the more I look at him, he could end up even being my captain. Bit risky because I've had a really bad week last week at the Masters.
Because on your tail, I've just snuck into 5th.
Yeah, I've been top the whole way, and dropped down to 4th last week because I think everyone's captained Rory McIlroy, and I had it on Scheffler.
Yeah.
It cost me big time. So do I go rogue? Rasmus Nergaard Peterson is going to be a lowly captain player. I think everyone's going to lean towards House on Lee this week.
Yeah.
But then if Lee goes and wins, so got a call to make there. And the other one who goes currently in my team is Brandon Robertson Thompson.
Yeah.
Just really playing really consistently well.
Yeah.
Top guy, top bloke.
Top bloke.
5% owned as well.
Yeah.
So bit of outside opportunity there for him. Yeah. Where are you at the minute then? I'm 1,682 in the world.
I'm 2,424 in the world. So I'm pretty happy with that. In
Just
our league,
pull up the standings for the mini league.
I am 5th at 11933. So good nearly 100 points behind you. But I was about 500, 600 points behind you, so...
Yeah, 126 points there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, past captain's picks,
He won again.
Premier Crew and Mr. Penn have all pipped me.
past captain's picks are a great team for the Masters.
Let's have a look at the Masters. Past captain's picks 1-1-4-1.
What a team. Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, Hovland, DeChambeau, Rahm and Elberg. That's a team, that, isn't it?
That is a team. Fair play to him.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, the only one I'd probably switch out there was John Rahm, but he's still... And Hovland, if he had picked someone like Rose, or... He would have been right up there at number 1, I think. Overall.
Yeah, so, overall, past captain's picks.
Playing with flair.
You talking about?
Overall, we just wanted to see how far behind we actually were to the season rank number 1.
In the world?
Yeah, on 186 points. Totally amazing.
So we've got a bit of a ways to go if we want to get involved there then.
Yeah.
We're
not, I wouldn't say we're totally out of it though.
Not totally out of it. Long way to go.
There's a long way to go. Like.
So only April.
Absolutely. Bill's Birdie's had a good week. Jesus Christ, what a pick. Rory, Scotty, Justin Rose, Morikawa, Oberg and DeChambeau. What a... He's number 1, obviously. But that was unbelievable.
Fair play to him.
Fair play. So I think that wraps us up for the Fantasy DP World. There's nothing to go over from last week because it was the Masters. We've already talked about it in quite a lot of depth at the start of, I think, the show. So I'm happy to end on that high note. Good luck to anyone playing with us on both games. Remember, link in the description for the Fanteam. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, just going to cheekily plug ShotScope while we're here as well. We are now very proud to be ShotScope ambassadors, aren't we? Yeah. And we've been kindly given a link which is in the description, but on YouTube, and also a promo code if that's easy. I prefer promo codes myself. Yeah. This one is Here We Golf. Dead simple to remember. That'll get you 15% off on the website. So if you head over to ShotScope, pick your rangefinder out, stick Here We Golf in the promo code, check out, go and get your yardages in, because you'll then be able to do it comfortably without having to go all over the course looking for the 150 yard marker like this guy here.
And that's
15% extra off everything, so including sale items, because they're having a bit of a starter season sale at the minute. So get over to ShotScope. Brilliant equipment, really good. Got a good app as well, so you can track all your yardages on your how far you're in each club as well with the sensors and tags. So go for it. Yeah, what an absolute incredible week in golf. It's you know what, it felt like it's been building up to this over the last couple of months, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did not disappoint for me.
PGA Tour, after all the bashing it's had over the winter, has gradually, I think it's, everyone started warm to it again, and it's culminated there.
And it needed to, didn't it?
It's not a PGA Tour event, it's an invitational, isn't it, the Masters, but just all positive around golf at the minute, isn't it?
Again though, coming back to Europe, the winners coming back to Europe, we've got a really, really strong contingent in Europe of players at the moment, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Seb Stracker's been involved over there. Rory, Oberg and Rose doing really well, so made up for the Europeans out there, and it's just given us an extra impetus for the Ryder Cup. I think the Ryder Cup European team is absolutely so strong, isn't it?
It's always tough to win in America though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, because on paper we're really strong
so
this year. That'll do.
That'll do.
Right.
See you next time, guys, on Here We Golf.
Take it easy.